Hello and welcome to a new series in Farming Simulator 22. This is Lord Eric. Today we are starting the series. We have a little bit of cash, we have a little house, a little bit of property, and we're going to develop from there. This is on the Hobo Hollow map, so it's a smaller map or designed for smaller farms and activities. So we're going to do some interesting things here. As you can see, we're on a lake. There's a park around the point with a camping spot that is used quite a bit, but we have a good chunk of property. It's all wooded. We have our nice little cabin here, our little fishing dock, which is really handy. A quick tour of our little house. We have our living room. It's quite a lovely little place. We have our bedroom, pretty basic. And we have our bathroom with a outfit change point. And of course we have a kitchen. You know, stuff's pretty beat up. You know, we're not rich. We do have a TV, though I don't think we get a whole lot of channels out here in the middle of nowhere. Let me show you what else we've got. We got a little campfire spot. We got a grill. We got a faucet over here. And around here we have a boat. Our wood pile is back here for heating. And we have our garden. And our garden is currently growing strawberries, lettuce, and tomatoes. And that's a slow, steady process. It takes water input from us. So we've got a deep well here along with this, and you'll get some other things I've got going on that I think will be interesting. But we have a load of strawberries all ready to go in our dually. And we've got a little tractor. We got a Kramer. It's a nice little Kale 200. It's got dual back tires. Something useful here in the woods. And the garden's getting watered. You can hear it. But we've got strawberries, so let's go ahead and take a look and see where we can sell those for the most money. And we got a couple things we got to pick up while we're out and about. So Hobo's Farmer's Market, let's go ahead and tag that. And head on out from our little property. Oops, right over a bush. So the drive is not the absolute best. It's not straight. It's got a lot of trees and a lot of brush. But since we have these woods, we've also set up a little sawmill. Nothing major, just a little sawmill. And I've already got some lumber in there. So that's processing to wood chips, because I have a plan for wood chips. But if we come in here, you can see we are making just the wood chips. We can do logs and we can do planks. We can get resin. But for right now, I need a backlog of wood chips. Not that they sell real well. Planks would sell good. Let's see. Logs, there's no sell point. And where are the wood chips? So we could use wood chips for heating, cooling. Yeah, they're not making nearly as much as the planks, but we have a use for those, and I'll show you what that is in a little bit. All right, so let's go sell these strawberries. As I mentioned, there's a park there for people to go walking and camp. We're gonna head on out and try and find that sell point. So I know there's a farmer's market back there, but that's a different one, I think. Let's take a look at the map. Would be good to know where we're going. It is the one back there, so we'll head back there. Okay. Happens to be close and handy. That's a good thing. So we don't have a lot of equipment, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of RP type stuff in this series, but we'll see how it goes. Some decent fields here that we can work our way up towards. Whoa, we launched the dually. So the Ford is also not quite standard. It's got a really beefed up engine in it to help with a lot more horsepower. So that'll be coming into play as well in the near future. And should be a lot of fun. So we're just about there. There's a lot of things we can get into. We could do grass. We could do, but that's a pretty common thing. We've got access to a lot of trees, so I'm thinking lumber is a good choice for us to get started on this. And let's drive around to the drop-off for the farmer's market. A feeling this needs to go to this one. Yep. There we go. We'll let those sell. We're not going to make a killing doing this job, but we made a little bit of cash. A couple $100, maybe. Yep. A couple $100. But we need to get a couple of things. We need a pallet of horse food. Oats will do. Let's see if we got a different one. Horse feed. We're going to buy that. That's expensive, but it's okay. And we need a pallet of grapes. That's expensive. Let's go ahead and buy that. Okay. So we're going to head to town now and pick those up. Let's take a little tour as we're going around the map. So, some big fields out here, which is nice to have access to eventually. Try and stay on the road. Okay. Probably going a little fast for the gravel. So there's a grain sell point there. Corner. So we can go that way to get to the shop, but there's some sights to see this way, so let's take a trip this way. Alright, so that is the, let's jump out here. Reverend Grain. Very patriotic. Some more fields. Not a huge field there, but we're going to pass this guy. I love the not straight road. That's a great thing. A little bit less grid-like. Gotta love that. And we're going to go this way. We're going too fast for the corner. So there's a house and there's the saloon. Circle C. So some more houses. Should have bought one of those. It's closer to the saloon. There's a couple of river branches here. One here and one on the west side of the map. And some big fields. Really big fields. You get things going. And up here is a whole bunch of other sell points, buy points. There's a gas station. Whoops. I drove off the road because I wasn't paying attention. So we got a debris sell point. We got the gas station. A grocery store is over there. And I believe the animal dealer is back there. But here's the parts sell point, and as we see, there's a couple of pallets sitting here. So let's go ahead, lower our tailgate. Nope. And let's get out and see if we can get these both in the truck. Looks like we can get that one in there. And can we get the oats in? So I'm hoping this works. All right. We're going to head back home. We'll take the other main road down so you can see a little bit more of the map. This initial episode is just kind of to introduce the map, introduce what we're doing, and we'll see how it goes. Not a whole lot more we can do just yet. I'll have to look at maybe taking some contracts, doing some random stuff for people. Alright, so that's our corner. The co-op's over there. Deer on the road again. Here's another bridge over that little creek that we saw earlier. And a whole bunch more fields. I believe this is the other side of the field we saw on that side. Maybe. Whoa. I really got to pay attention to my driving. Sightseeing too much. There's a lot of little off-roads and gravel and dirt and track roads that we can play around on. I think those will come into play before too terribly long. Alright, this is the road back to home. So we'll take this corner and punch it and head on down past the campgrounds. Alright, we are back to the property line. And we're gonna go and take care of something quick. This road is so much easier in first person like this. Cab view. Alright. So, we have all these woods. And I'm known in the area by certain people for certain skills that I have. So, way out here in the bush, let's pull out of here. There's a certain thing that I do that may stretch the line of legality a little bit. Yes, we have a moonshine still. And this, my friend, is where we're going to be making our money. At least initially. Yeah, we have the lovely, lovely... There we go, that is working. Awesome. We have the lovely sawmill, and that'll be a good cover. This is the one that I was most worried about. But the still is built under some pine trees. Yeah, so it's not visible when the revenuers start looking from above. Can you please just let go? And we got to put grapes in, and there they go. All right, so let's take a look. So, with wood chips, grapes, and oats, we can make moonshine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make that specifically. Let's turn on the still. We need a lot of these things, but we need money before we can really afford to kick this in. The open air garden and the sawmill are going to be kind of covering for us. It's out of wood already. Ooh, we're going to have to go cut some lumber. But those are going to kind of cover for our income while we're making money doing this. And I can't wait. Let's move these out of the way to start getting some moonshine out of here. See how this first batch turns out. Trees in the way. All right. So it's not as far from the house as I'd really truly like, but we have a nice well out there, pulling some water out of some limestone area. So it's good, clean water, highly filtered by that limestone. So it's going to give good, clear taste to the moonshine. And we'll start looking at other options, but we need corn for some of them, and I don't have immediate access to corn just yet. So, right, we're going to park the truck here, because this is where we load up the garden. And pull ahead just a wee bit. All right. So, we need... I should drive down and we should work on cutting up some stuff for some trees for the sawmill. I completely forgot to do that. Plus, we got a bunch of wood chips down there that we could haul in to the still as well. So let's get some wood in the mill. Maybe we'll produce some planks. We can make a little bit of money that way too. All right. And eventually we'll probably have to upgrade this truck. And I've got a specific task in mind for this bad boy. But let's see, can we fit these into here? We can. Now this is probably not the wisest thing I could do, mind you, because this is likely to be a tad on the top-heavy side. No, we can't close the tailgate. All right. So we've got that to haul, but we need a tree in the mill. So let's pick a nice tree in here and chop it down. This'll do. Go ahead and remove that. And then we can come along and let's pull that out. Okay. All right. So let's do some choppy chop stuff. Where is the blade? Okay. So we're going to haul this up the hard way for now. We're going to load the sell point with a bunch of wood. And I'm not going to do this all the time live on stream or on video. This will be just kind of periodically. I just wanted to do something without time lapses or any of that fun stuff for one video, the initial one. So, let's see. What we'll end up doing is replanting trees. It's not something I've done in the past. Never really stayed on the map long enough to do that. So, but as we harvest a lot of this, we're going to replant trees and try to make this a renewable source of income, especially since we need it for that tasty, tasty moonshine. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone in town that I'm making it. Get me in a lot of trouble here. So, this is a bit slow. Normally I'd use the truck, but I loaded that first. Trying to figure out which way is the fastest route. I don't think it really matters. So I cut them small enough so that I didn't have to use super strength. So try not to. I know I did for the pallets and stuff, but there's a mod I'm looking at for that. We'll get this tree loaded into the mill. And we're going to go drop the wood chips into the still so we can get the mash going. Actually, I already hauled a load of chips in there, so that'll be cooking away. Maybe we'll have a little bit of shine to taste. Be kind of nice. There's a lot more pieces to this tree than I thought I made. It should go quicker now that they're getting smaller. The diameter's getting smaller, the logs are getting longer. So, Betty over at the saloon is looking for something new for a couple of her customers. So, I'm going to sell a load of the shine to her, and we'll see how it goes. And depending on that, we might become a regular supplier for her. We'll see. But we're going to keep looking for other points to sell that shine as well. Multiple revenue streams are always a good thing. And we'll see what we can do. Alrighty. The last log. So we can go and finish this step now. Whoops. Alright, let's go ahead and... It's a misnomer when it says I can sell it. Oh, it's sold. I didn't really sell it. It's in the system, but since I own the mill, yeah, we got 3. All right, we got 3,302 liters of wood in there. So let's actually activate making the planks, and we're going to turn off the wood chips for a little bit. The wood chips did not take long to create, so we'll let the we'll see about making some planks. They're coming out good. All right, let's take this back, deposit it in the still, and see where we're at. I doubt we're gonna have a case of shine ready to go, especially not with the speed set too low. All right, let's pull this in. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Gotta try not to hit the same tracks so that we don't damage the plants in a way that's obvious. Okay, and there's the still site. So we just pull her up. Do that and that. Alright, we did it. Gotta put the tailgate back down. There we go. So we unstrapped them. Whoa! We don't want the truck. Just the chips. Alright, let's take a look here. What you see? We can take a look in here. Come into the moonshine. Alright, we have almost 5,000 wood chips in there. We're going to run out of oats and grapes far, far faster. So, to make the aged, we need corn, barley, and grapes. So we're going to just make the standard moonshine. And once we get to that point, a brand new product to sell. Probably open up some new plans that way, some new property or ways of doing stuff. So, all right. Did it say what we had? I didn't look. I apologize. What, we got 32 liters already. Wow, that's a lot of moonshine. So what we're gonna do is we're going to head back to the house and take a look at what we got, what we're planning, and what this series is going to be about. Because I think it could be a good, interesting one. Certain views do not work. Oh, there's a tree there. Hey, we avoided it. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. So, the main reason I got the tractor to begin with is we need to hook it, or I hooked it up to this to get it here. I did not need a tractor. Could have used the truck to do the same job. But I kind of wanted a tractor. So we have a tractor. It's not a big one. It's not really great, but it's a tractor. And we can do a little bit with it. Probably find us a decent trailer and haul logs. So let's see, what do we have trailer-wise that might work? Bale trailers. We have these burlap. Let's take a look. Nope, those won't work because they got sides I can't remove. Let's see. theoretically, we could use this. It's an auto load. I don't think it'll auto load logs. For 8 grand, that's not terrible. Think of all the shine we could haul on that. But trailers, there's a few options, I think, in here. Maybe not. Let's take a look. This one is a terrible, terrible trailer. We could do a bale trailer. We could get by for $3,500. I think it has tie-down straps. Looks like it. So that's an option to get us some log processing going. Not a great solution. Not a bad one, just not a great one. All right. So, let's check out our garden. Getting stuff, not a problem. We got plenty of water in there. Next month we should have a few more boxes to take to the farmer's market or to store up to sell, but I'll probably take them to the farmer's market. Slow, steady supply of income is always a good thing. But I think on that note, folks, we're gonna call this stream here. I know it's a little short, but I wanted to get everything introduced here. We are going to be a Moonshine Runner. This should be fun. And if we look, I know I mentioned there's a lot of little roads. There are a lot of little roads back roads in this area. There's access to fields. There's different ways to try to outrun the police if we have to. Hoping we are better than that. Don't need to do that. But there's all kinds of places to explore on this map. All kinds of places to see what we can do with. But given that we need grapes and we need oats, we're probably going to try and invest in them fairly quickly. We might look at one of these fields, or maybe field 50. It's a little out of the way for us, but we could possibly set up a grape harbor back in here. So we have this little plot here. What's this one run? That run, only $258,000, folks. Just a small fee. So 29 is only 85.5. But I don't know that we want that small a field. Although for the shine running, we don't need a ton of oats and a ton of grapes. You know, we'll see what the return on the investment is for that last batch. We did purchase those, and that ran us a pretty penny. We bought the horse feed, the oats. Where's that? It's over here. That was $1,400 plus 19, if I'm not mistaken, 2,000. So $3,400 to get that up and running. So we'll see what we end up with this first full batch of moonshine. Hopefully it's a full batch of moonshine, and we can see how much we make on that. I think that'll be interesting. We got the truck for the job. We live in the middle of nowhere. Got us still way out in the woods. I think we're set to get a really lucrative series going here, folks. But until next time, this is Lord Eric. Thank you for watching.